Hello karting lovers and welcome back to a new video, this time in a kart circuit in San Fernando at the southeast of Madrid, more or less. Okay, so we are in a very short track and very fast. About two-thirds of the circuit, shall we say, are flat out, so really high speed turns such as this one, turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, all flat out, and then a heavy braking zone. We are starting our quali lap, our fastest quali lap, which put us P6 in the grid. But it wasn't very clean. As you can see, I'm going very wide there, and in here, more or less, we are doing the normal line, braking at the middle of the apex, and also in the middle of the apex for the last turn. It was very difficult to get a clean lap, so even though this one had a lot of mistakes, it put us P6, and then with the inverted row it meant we started P5. So let's hit the tires. We have new slick tires, so let's try to hit them as much as possible, waving from one side to another one, and just look at that. What a workout. Not even in the gym. Okay, so we wait until they call us to go out. We are standing like in traffic lights and we get ready to go to the grid. So as I said, inverted row, start P5. We have the inside line, which is good, and we get ready. 1, 2, 3 and 4 lights, not 5, in this circuit, and away we go. We get a very decent start right to the middle, but here I don't cover the inside line, and behind me there are 4 or 5 wide, and I get pushed off the track. So I raise my hand in frustration. Extremely unfortunate, and here we take care because we see all of the cars are going very slow, but the guy behind forgot where the brake pedal was. So yeah, if you don't know, cars have a pedal brake in the left side, which is fantastic, it's wonderful, don't you think? Okay, so moving on. We have to recover because we were P16, we overtook a car as soon as we had the chance, so P15 now, and we are a little bit behind, but they are all close together, so we will gain time very quickly. As you can see, now we are right behind, and there is an accident here. 2 drivers get tangled and one behind has to brake a lot, so we gain 3 places, 3 freebies for me. We tried a move around our dear friend Pablo, which you may know from other videos, but he fights it right the outside and then for the inside in the last turn. I tell him, let's push mate, let's push, let's catch the other guys, but maybe a misunderstanding or something, he didn't want to give us the position, which, you know, is completely legal and nothing wrong with that. You can do whatever you want in that situation. You can defend or you can work together. He decided to defend, so we started to lose a lot of time in these turns. You will see how the drivers are getting far ahead. Again, a little contact on the exit of the corner, but nothing wrong there. Still on cold tires, so we have a little oversteer moment and we have to lose a little bit of speed, so Pablo gains the position again. We are too wide for almost half of the lap. He goes really wide in this turn, he overcooks it and he goes off the track. I can't avoid him, we make contact, say sorry to him, but now we have finally gained the position and we can keep on going. So this lap very slow, 38.6 I believe, and then at the end of lap 5 we were catching to the lap drivers, which was very surprising. And also I need to make a point clear. There were a few invited drivers in this race. About 3 drivers I think were invited, 3 or 4, and well, the level of racing was extremely poor. As you saw there, it only took us 5 laps to catch them. They were doing lap times around 50 seconds, and as you may have seen already, our lap times are between 36 and 37 seconds, 38 if we have a little bit of traffic. So, you know, in such a short track, to go so slow, I mean 10 or 15 seconds slower per lap, is not acceptable. I think it's very dangerous, and an accident can be caused. So you know, we try to be careful with slower drivers, but there can always be a misunderstanding, or you know, a racing situation where you don't expect something to happen and you make contact. And we were very lucky that there were no major accidents, only small incidents such as drivers going off the track or not doing the right line. Just a couple of pile-ups that you saw, only the first one. There will be another one shortly, and yeah, so the lap drivers were not very good, and this was compromising a little bit our lines, our lap times, maybe even the results of any drivers. It didn't affect me too much in the result because I was pushed off the track on the first lap and then I got hit from behind. But you know, other drivers can be fighting for P1, P2, P3, whatever, and suddenly they find a lap driver which doesn't respect the blue flags, and it just takes the normal line, and it can cause an accident. So we need to watch out for this, and hopefully it doesn't happen again. Okay, so moving on. Lap time of 36.793, and that was in lap 15. Lap 16, do you know what happened on lap 16? That the lap time was exactly the same, to the thousand of a second. I couldn't believe that when I saw it on the times, but you know, sometimes these things happen, especially on a very short track, and if you are consistent, it can happen to you anytime. In fact, my friend Pablo had the same situation, but only one lap later. So I did a 36.793 on lap 15, on lap 16, and he made a 36.722, I believe, on lap 16 and lap 17. Massive pile up here, the second one. Hector comes fast between the cars. I tried to accelerate as fast as I can, but there was nothing I could do. We made a little bit of contact. He kindly apologizes to me, but I don't think there was nothing wrong there. Yeah, I was a little bit frustrated with that moment, but these things can happen. It's racing, and he's a faster driver than me, so I don't really care. He can be at the front and I can try to follow him, but for not too long, because he was pulling away. It was my first time here in this track, and I had to learn new lines and also try to carry faster speeds into the corner. Also my exits were not very good, especially in turn 4 and turn 6 maybe, but you know, it's a learning process, so I have to go little by little, and every race is an experience, so we take that and keep moving on. So we are keeping quite close between a second range of Hector, but he will start pulling away now, and I'm trying to go as fast as I can, but I'm not taking the correct lines, not hitting the curves, and that can cause a little bit of time. So nothing wrong here, all flat out. still flat out. We brake here in the middle of the wall, the red and white wall, and for that 180-degree turn you have to maximize the exit, go as in the straightest line as possible to carry the faster speed into the corner. But we're still learning, so okay, we are P10. The drivers ahead are gone by far now, so this is our position. This is the what we can opt for realistically. So let's try to do consistent laps if we can, because you just saw a lap driver not respecting the line, so he was in the middle, he or she, I don't know if he was a boy or she was a girl, but yeah, she didn't stay in the outside, or he, whatever, so it compromises a little bit in our lap, but this is gonna be our fastest lap, so being quite consistent there. On lap 21 we did 36.52, and on this lap I believe it's going to be a 36.51, so just 100 of a second faster, but it all counts, you know. So let's keep pushing. We are getting to the last laps of the race, so we just have to try to maximize our exits of the corners and be consistent. We are not going to catch the guys in front, so okay, let's move on. So starting lap 25, 37.3, 36.8 sorry, for lap 25, and we are 4 laps from the end. So here I'm starting to get a little bit worried because Guillermo is getting closer and closer every lap, so I'm trying to push as much as I can. This section was so bumpy that it really affected me. I was a little bit in pain in my ribs, so it was quite uncomfortable. I didn't have the rib protector, so I will try to use that in the next races, because for bumpy tracks it can really help. I really recommend a rib protector, also a neck one. And in here we go a little bit wide, trying to go 100% or maybe even more, so I make a mistake, my only mistake for the race. I also did a mistake in qualifying, I think I spun, but it was my only mistake in the race, and you know, the stewards or the marshals were telling me be careful, so they were a little bit maybe angry with me, I don't know. I was feeling a little bit bad for that, I don't know why, because I could have keep on going, but I started lifting and gifted the position to Guillermo, which now is in front of me, so we have 1.5 lap to catch him. Let's try to do it. P11 right now, only 1 lap to go. Would it be possible? Let's try to keep within slipstream range and maximize our exits. Concentration, maximum concentration, maximum attack. 37.1 for the penultimate lap. And again, a lap driver. Huge difference in speed. Coming to this turn, which I can really struggle. And Guillermo makes a mistake, he goes too wide, so for this time we made it right. He doesn't see me, I take the opportunity, massive dive bomb in the second to last corner, position the car where he cannot overtake me, and we have gained P10, yes! So considering we start in P16 and we finish P10, I'll definitely take that. Not we started P16, we were P16 on the first lap. We climbed to P3, but that didn't last it for too long, so I'll definitely take P10. You know, it's a good result. Could have been much better, to be honest. A little bit frustrated, but you know, you just learn from the experience. I should have come closer to the inside line. There was a gap and other drivers took it. So learning from that, and hopefully in the next race I can defend better. So coming to the end of the video, please guys, if you like this race, comment, subscribe, share the video, and obviously like. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.